Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to Stream-of-Unconsciousness, where the subject's made up and the words don't matter. Today we're going to do a little bit of a revisit on some Battlestar Galactica figures that I had. We've done a review before where I showed my large Geek Candy Labs Viper, which is very cool. I really enjoy it. And I believe I had the off-brand Lego ship. I'll have to go back and review my footage now to make sure I covered that one. Otherwise, we'll have to take a look at that. And I did have the couple of Starbucks here. This one is from a shop on Etsy whose name I should know and have forgotten, but it comes unpainted and you have to assemble it yourself. It's got the posts. I actually ended up putting magnets in mine to make it easier to pose, but you paint it yourself. And I enjoy the figure. I think it turned out pretty well. I just haven't picked up any more. Again, it's a lot of dust. Excuse our dust. So, since then, at the time, I believe I had the Starbuck figure, but since then I have, based on a pattern from Toys Back Zen, I have created a cape for him. This is actually looped fleece or toy knit, which is a pain in the ass to get in this country if you don't specify. If you're not, you have to really work to find this stuff. Might be a tiny bit short. I'm still working on finding the correct detailing, because that's actually a ribbon of elastic. The original piping that they used is, I'm not sure what it is, and it's difficult to find something that's small enough. This blaster here is actually a recast of his blaster that I thought would, because I didn't have a blaster for him at the time. Basically, when I bought him, he was just the figure. Since then, I have also picked up a Commander Adama, and this is actually a cloak based on a different pattern. This one is from Toy Polloi. Again, this is still elastic. It's a thinner elastic than I used on Starbuck, but it is still elastic. Now, I did find, I think it's Shogun Toys that makes Repro Battlestar Galactica blasters in the interim. So he's got one. I have one other one. I have another Starbuck that is sitting in my Geek Candy Labs Viper that I don't want to remove, and I don't have a lot of space. So, but we picked up the Commander Adama and made him a cloak, got him a little repro weapon, and I also picked up a Cylon. I don't think I had the Cylon originally, but in the original video, but we'll see. Same thing with him. I did repaint this area a little bit because I didn't like the way it looked, and it's my figure, so now I like the way the eye looks better. And this is also a repro weapon, I believe, from Shogun. I will try and remember to put links in the description so that people can find it. So those all look much more complete. Also in the interim, I used to have these when I was a kid. For a long time, I did not have any of the original Vipers that I had when I was a kid. I'd lost them over the years. This is a little bit the worse for wear, and this is the first one I pulled the trigger on this one and I realized, what is wrong with this? Why is the nose short? And I realized this is a little bit shorter and fatter because this is actually the nose cone from the Astral Probe rather than from the Viper. Somebody had a Viper back end and the Astral Probe nose and stuck them together. This also required a little bit of repair. In that, the bottom of the section that actually plugs into the back end was broken, so I used a little bit of a styrene and a little bit of a styrene and plastic weld to do a little quick and dirty repair there. It holds up really well, actually, so far. And it just slots right back in there. I said slots right back in there. I said, there we go. Here to click, it's back in place. This has the original stickers on it, as far as I understand. That will become important in a moment, because realizing that I had purchased the wrong one, I really wanted to get a Viper with the correct nose cone. Now, this one, when I purchased it, the stickers were all peeling off and everything. So these are actually replacement decals that I printed out. I got a pattern from Toy Polloi, and I printed out a sticker sheet on shiny sticker paper, and then reapplied the decals. You can see there's a little bit of, I had to unstick it at one point as I was putting it on, because my fat fingers got in the way and I put it on crooked. So, but it's not really noticeable unless you're up close and shining a light on it. I think the Repro stickers look really good. They're basically the same one. This pilot actually came with the first version I bought, but I thought this is the version of the Viper that I really want to have in focus. There we go. So I put it in this version of the Viper, because I prefer the longer one. So there you go. Wonderful additions to the collection. Still waiting on November, when the factory entertainment pre-orders are finally released for the new 1/18 scale figures there. But until such time, we got a little bit of nostalgia going on here with our figures, and I think that it's really giving me all the nostalgia feels. I loved Battlestar Galactica. I was into all kinds of space stuff when I was a kid. Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, you name it. If it was space, I was into it. So good to have these back. Good to have the classic Mattel Viper in my collection. Now I've technically got two. So these things happen. So again, as always, if you liked, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Always appreciated. Always appreciate comments. And we will see you next time.